So, the 2023 Bike of the Year and the 2023 Best Sports Naked of the Year. The Street Triple RS 765 from Triumph. With a engine derived from the Moto2 series. I guess the question is it any good? Yeah, just buy one. Are you still here? Do you want to hear a bit more about the bike? I've actually found it quite hard to write this review without sounding like a shill because this particular motorcycle, I've only found one thing I don't like about it. I'll tell you a bit later on in the video. Friends, welcome back to Willie's Wheels. This is my review of the 2023 Triumph Street Triple RS 765. And oh boy, it's been a journey and it's been a great one. This bike is unreal. Tuck my shirt in for the rest of the video because I don't want to be looking untidy, do I? Oops, sorry about that. It's quite early. Now, as the sun rises behind us on another lovely day, it's actually quite a sad day because in approximately 2 hours, this bike's being picked up by Triumph. And before I go on with the review, I've got to just say a massive thank you to Triumph UK for, again, loaning me another motorcycle and recommending this one, which, to be honest, if you know me, if you're a subscriber of the channel or you follow me on Instagram, this isn't normally my cup of tea. I'm into the modern retros, the twins, the Bonnies, the scramblers. So when they said, "Oh, do you want a Street Triple RS?" I was like, oh God, that's a lot of bike. I'm not sure about that. And I'm so glad they did. So thank you for lending me this. In the last 2 weeks, I've covered about 900 miles on this thing. And we've been over into Europe. I've been all over the South Coast. In fact, the first time I rode this bike, when I was filming the first ride video, which you can view up in the link here or in the description, this inspired a whole concept for a film. Just the way it rode, the feelings it gave me, I've never actually felt before on a bike. If you want to watch that, I've just released it. You can check it out in the link in my description or click out the pop-up banner.
We were hunters and foragers. The frontier was everywhere.
I'm really proud of it, and it is literally all inspired by this bike here, which I think is awesome. That's what bikes should all be about. That's why I love riding motorcycles. Clears your head, gives you creative ideas. So all that to say, thank you Triumph. I haven't been paid by them to say anything good or bad about this bike. They just dish it out for me to enjoy, which I'm very grateful for. So with that being said, let's look at some of the key stats about the Triumph Street Triple RS 765.
The Street Triple RS has a 765cc engine, putting out 80 Nm of peak torque, which is at 9,500 RPM, and 128 horsepower. All of that power goes through a 6-speed gearbox with a quick shifter. And the tyres that this model came with on the 17-inch rims are the Pirelli Supercorsa SPs, which were super grippy. There's fully adjustable Showa 41mm upside down big piston forks at the front and an adjustable Öhlins piggyback monoshock on the rear. For braking, there's twin 310mm floating discs up front with 4-pot Brembo calipers, Brembo master cylinder and brake lever, and a single 220mm disc with a single pot Brembo caliper on the rear. Other things to note, it weighs in at 188 kilos with a tank capacity of 15 litres. My model had cruise control, heated grips, and that wonderful 5-inch TFT display.
So if you can't tell already, Triumph have completely nailed this motorcycle. It's an incredible joy to ride, and I'm sure it'll be a joy to own as well. Servicing is very modest as well. It's every 6,000 miles or 1 year, whichever comes sooner. And to be honest, if I owned this, I think 6,000 miles would come sooner because this thing just makes you want to keep going and riding, and it chews miles so well, as I found out on the trip. But as I've been going along, I've been racking my brains and just trying to remember all the little niggles, all the little things that I don't like. So with that in mind, here's all the things I don't like about the Street Triple RS. The quick shifter, while changing gears as smooth and quick as that, I occasionally did have an issue where when I was changing from first to second, especially in town, I'd hit neutral. And of course, when you're pulling away from the lights or you're nipping into a little gap in the traffic, neutral isn't very useful. And also makes you feel a little bit silly. I found it maybe like 30, 40% of the time I'd hit neutral, and To be honest, it's probably user error. And I'm not sure if this is adjustable in its position. As I rode it more, I became more aware of it. And thankfully, ironed out the kinks a little bit. And that's all that I don't like about this bike. That's it. I can't really see a scenario where there's tarmac underneath the wheels, where this bike is not the perfect bike, where it wouldn't dominate anything else. It's such a brilliant all-rounder, and actually I think that's the most surprising thing for me, just how good it is in town, just how good it is in a long distance. So within the Street Triple family, you've got 3 levels. The Street Triple R, which comes in at about 9.5 grand. And the Street Triple R has slightly less power than the RS and a bit more road focus and a few less bells and whistles, but still a cracking motorcycle if you're definitely not going to track it and you're looking for something slightly cheaper. On entry, you've got the RS here, which has all the bells and whistles that you see, including optional cruise control. Then there's the Moto 2, which is the track-focused Moto 2 inspired version of the Street Triple 765. That comes with clip-ons, so a more aggressive riding position and slightly tighter steering geometry for sharper turning, which I can imagine on a track would be incredibly fun. And in terms of competition, this is actually positioned going up against some pretty well-established and well-regarded bikes. I haven't had the opportunity to ride any of these, but you're looking at the KTM Duke 890R, the Ducati Monster SP, and of course the MT-09, all of which are very, very good motorcycles, I'm sure. But before this bike was delivered, I read some reviews, and a lot of people pip this as coming out cream of the crop, especially in value for money. So it's just worth considering. If you like the look of this thing, those are your alternatives.
It's already telling me the wrong thing. Oh, mate. Okay, it says, first step.
So to conclude then, this bike is phenomenal. There's a reason it's won 2 awards this year, namely Bike of the Year. It is so well put together, so well thought through, so well built and spec'd. And that engine is, it's just amazing. Where it's really surprised me is on longer journeys. 500 miles in a day with luggage on the back. This thing was super comfortable, refined. It's got heated grips. It's mad. It's really opened up kind of a whole new world of enjoyment for me in terms of motorcycles, which is, I guess, what you want and what I really appreciate being able to do here. So if you want to see more videos like this, please do hit the subscribe button, hit like on this video as well. And if you've ridden an MT-09 or a Super Duke or the Monster SP, let me know how this compares, how those feel on the road as well. And if you're out there other brands, I'd love to ride your bikes and compare them. So get in touch. That'd be great. You can follow me over on Instagram for more content, more adventures, lots of photography, bits and bobs, which I love doing, and also some more creative reels and movies that I'm putting out with some friends, because these bikes do really just inspire creativity and it's a joy to do. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope it's been useful for you if you're thinking about buying one. To be honest, just go and buy it. If you've got the money, if you can afford it, it's feasible, just do it because you won't regret it. My only regret in this whole thing is just not having more time with this bike. It's been amazing.